Hey there, home theater fans. I'm Todd Anderson with avnirvana.com, and I'm here at ISE 2025 in Barcelona, Spain. My good friend Todd Sutherland of Sutherland AV Marketing. A lot of you out there have heard us talk about Sutherland AV Marketing with our Base Hunters episodes, which are linked to Ascendo, and you're working with Ascendo, but you're also here with somebody else.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about your relationship with Movia.
Thank you, Todd. So yes, those of you who may recognize me, as Todd said, with our conversations and videos regarding Ascendo, I am the distributor importer for Ascendo in North America. Last year at ISE, while I was here helping Jeffrey from Ascendo, I was introduced to this great team behind us at Movia, and I thought, wow, I've never seen bespoke seating like this, and I should learn more about it. I have these client conversations, dealer conversations all the time regarding performance, luxury, high-end, home cinemas, and what a beautiful addition it would be to my portfolio. So I came home the distributor, and I'm happy to talk to you about it.
Yeah. So let's. I think we should just dive in and take a look at these.
This is the beautiful advantage, Todd, of having seating as one of your product. We get to relax a little bit and talk about it.
What are we looking at here?
This is the. So one thing to learn about Movia before we start is that all of the model names that you'll see at Moovia.com, the website, all of the models were named after just famous cities around the world. So this one in particular is called Milano, which is, Milan, Italy.
Sure.
Another thing to kind of, make your viewers aware is that while you're looking at what is really considered in the line a sofa, this is an option within the Milano line because they also make cinema seats within the same brand, the same model name. So Milano seats are often used by dealers and clients for maybe second or third rows in the theater.
Right.
But sofas are a big, popular point for the front of the cinema.
Sure.
So this is the Milano sofa, which is brand new, and it's why it's shown at ISE here.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I mean, the finish on this.
Yeah, it's stunning.
Look at the stitching.
It's stunning.
Just beautiful.
And I'm gonna find the control point here. There it is. I'm just working backwards. The other nice thing about this couch is that it's a very common feature to have what's referred to as kind of a long chair or a chaise option. So there's controls that are not obvious, or they're kind of subtle, or they're tucked in the cushion once you know where it is. So then this is the front row of your theater, which is already a really deep and kind of comfortable couch. But then you can extend it into a chaise and have it be available like that as well. So it's super comfortable.
I like the idea of this a little more than the legs just kicking out. I mean, this allows you to really snuggle in there and get some sleep.
Snuggle being, well, I don't know about the sleep, the snuggling being the operative part. It's like, if you want to, sit with your wife, it's a little bit more comfortable to have it done this way as a full chaise than maybe necessarily on seats that have leg rests that come out. I understand your point. I agree with your point. Correct.
That's beautiful.
So that's the Milano sofa. Notice the nice, beautiful kind of compartment in here. Look at the attention to detail on the wood. It's just gorgeous.
The finish on this is really top notch.
No one does wood like these guys. And lighting. The lighting is very subtle as well. You notice kind of the green accented lighting. That can be done, adjusted to, to multiple colors as well. Any color that you'd like.
So that's is that app controlled?
It is app controlled. That's correct.
That must look really neat in a dark room.
Yes.
To have a green light coming out.
Correct. So that's Milano. We're going to come back to the next row
here. The leather, too.
Well, yeah, you just have,
it's just the, the stitching.
If your viewers could feel it, right?
I know.
You see the stitching, and the leather is just top notch.
We'll feel it for you, though.
We're going to come back to the model. This is called the Dallas, and this is their Dallas chair. So sit in this, Todd. This is filled with goose down, and I've never felt a more comfortable chair to sink into in my life.
Yes.
Isn't that spectacular?
That is something else.
Clients often talk about falling asleep in movies in these chairs, so
I can see why. It's soft but firm, which is
tough to pull off.
Yeah.
Correct. These are, again, the attention to detail on the wood is just gorgeous. This has the snack bar option, which is in between them as an armrest as an option.
Uh-huh. What are these slots? Is that for
Just
like remotes or?
Remotes, your phone, if you just want to kind of tuck it away and not have it in view, you can just have it in there with you.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you can imagine, really. Snacks.
Beautiful.
Snack bar.
Oh, I can see that. Candy
Sure.
bars.
Correct. This is one example of what we refer to as a triple motor design.
Okay.
We have 3 sets of controls. You have the option, of course, of going a single or a double motor as well, which just combines movement into a single button. But if you like individual control of different movement aspects of the seat, this offers triple control.
Okay.
Meaning this is a in-out or up-down version of, not only the seat, right?
Sure.
But footrest being completely separate. Whereas combining the motor, those two things would happen at once.
Wow.
You don't have individual control.
Yeah.
And then lastly, I have control over this, of course, right, with the last control.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So you can have your head kind of propped up, or you can lean back and.
Whatever you'd like, correct.
Yeah.
Now I should mention when we're talking about control, so every seat offered, really than the line, has some form of control as an option, with it for motorization. And that's the manual aspect of control. Movia also does a beautiful job on mobile specific applications.
Okay.
So that if you just want to have, you don't want to use the controls, you don't want to really on the seat, you can just do it all with your phone or mobile device, either, iPhone or Android. And then lastly, which we'll talk about a little bit later when we get to the end of the video, there's even, full-on automation control with the integration company, your dealers,
Okay.
use in, for your entire theater. They're
Oh,
probably
I look
already
forward to hearing
controlling your
about
light.
that.
So yes, you can use it with the control system. Okay.
Boy, there's really nice detail in the front of this. This almost looks like a roll-top desk
Doesn't it?
type feel, the way
Doesn't
they've
it?
grooved that wood.
So that is Dallas. And
Beautiful.
again, this is just one combination of the finish choice.
Okay.
You have multiple, you can do different color piping, you can do different color leather, you can do different grades of leather, you can do different grades of fabric, you can do designer fabric. All of that is possible.
And you can custom match to what you may already have in your home?
Thank you for the question. The thing I love about this line is that I absolutely will admit it's not a line that maybe everyone can afford. But when clients at this level are looking for something that is truly unique, that not everyone else has, which is often what you find for furniture maybe throughout their home or chandeliers throughout their home, is the answer is almost always yes at Movia. So we've had designers on behalf of the clients say, well, I use a certain fabric elsewhere in the home. Is it even possible for you to build the seats from the fabric that we choose?
Okay.
And the answer is yes. So they would send over a sample to Movia. They evaluate it, make sure that it's going to hold the stitching and everything appropriately, and then provide not only the price, but also for the entire seat, but the amount of fabric that would be needed to accomplish the project at hand. And the answer is yes.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And even without client-specific fabric, Movia has an extremely kind of wide and deep choice of selections for materials. All the way up through leather that is even the same manufacturer that Maserati uses for leather. Designer fabrics, all the way through. I mean, top designers contact me all the time and said, I've never seen a seating manufacturer that offers some of the fabrics that I know exist in the designer world, and these guys are already plugged into that. So I don't even have to ask for it. They've already thought of it for me.
Yeah,
so
that's really
amazing. It's just wonderful to always be able to say yes. And
That's got to be nice as a dealer.
Sure.
Right?
Correct. I mean, the easier we can make the process for designers and clients with yes answers to all of this, the more likely they are to do business with you.
Sure. Yeah. Fantastic. Beautiful.
Thank you.
That's a good one for the cowboy fans.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Now look at this beauty.
Yeah. So this is Chesterfield. Those viewers who may have already been to the Movia website will recognize this maybe style. This is a combination of fabric and leather, but on the website there's one of the most commented on images with a gentleman sitting in a beautiful cognac leather version of Chesterfield that even includes the tufting, right? The tucking up on the headrest as well. So
Okay.
that's an option also. This particular chair also has the massage function built in.
Yes.
So there's a control under this armrest that gives you access to turning it on and adjusting the time period for the massage in itself. It's not an aggressive massage like some massage chairs. It's a very subtle massage, but believe me, very effective. I will admit to being over here a couple of times.
Oh, sure.
Checking it
Yeah,
out.
I can only imagine.
Evaluating it, of course.
Where's Todd? He's in the blue chair over in the corner.
Exactly. So that
Is it similar to what you might experience in like a car massage? Have you
correct.
ever felt?
It is.
Yeah.
More subtle like that. That's
More
correct.
subtle.
That's correct. Yeah, but you can't tell otherwise. It doesn't look like a massage chair.
No.
It just appears. So again, to your point about the combination of both,
You can't feel it either.
pulling off, firm but also plush, and the fact that massage just comes from nowhere with the touch of a button. Very popular feature.
Love the squared off look of this too, because it's so different than
Correct.
than what you have with the Dallas chair.
Absolutely. Our next chair, this is Stockholm. Again, you'll notice the triple motorization option in here. It's not called out in a very kind of obvious way. You can even vary the finish on the controls themselves. They could be gold, silver and so forth. This one is black. It's a little bit more subtle. This features as you can see, a combination finish of both leather and fabric. So again, whatever you'd like.
Right, it's a beautiful chair. A little more modern than the
Correct.
Is it the Chesterfield?
Yep. Stockholm.
The Stockholm.
A nice example.
Yeah,
And then
boy,
lastly, let me show you. This is the Marbella from Marbella, Spain. We'll end with that.
okay.
Those of you who maybe saw the video from us at Cedia, my home show, last September, I brought the Marbella couch into the theater that we did together with
Yes.
the folks at Storm Audio, Seymour Screen Excellence, all of that, and Ascendo. And we brought in a couch because we needed to fit kind of more people into the demo that we were rotating throughout the show. So I brought in a couch that had 4 kind of seat wide and just an armrest at the end. So this is the the Marbella chair, again, which can be used in combination with the couches and so forth, in a beautiful blue kind of fabric. Again, triple motorization. Now look at here, Todd, is like, you could even have the choice of saying, well, maybe I'd like my headrest control on my left-hand side and not on the right. So I have double motorization over there, single motorization over here for another element of the chair.
I like that because it eliminates confusion.
Correct.
Particularly when you have guests over
That's
who are
correct.
fumbling around with buttons in the dark. You just say,
Correct. Yeah, 3 rows maybe is a little daunting. 2
Yeah.
rows on one side, like absolutely.
Now you were just putting that up and down. One thing to note that when you're sitting in this chair, if you're an audiophile and you want to let sound kind of pass through and not bounce off a surface so close to your head,
Well, correct.
this gives you that option.
Correct. I mean, the lower backs will give you a better experience from the audio side, and that's important to me. I'm an audio guy, and Ascendo will tell you we'd prefer not to have the headrest up and blocking the surround sound from reaching your ears.
Right.
Right. So to have control over that is your choice.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Beautiful chair, and this has storage also built in.
Absolutely. And these panels are completely, you see that there's wood on one side. You can there's lots of options. They just pull it up. It's just a piece.
Oh wow. Oh,
Yeah.
so you can completely remove it.
That's correct. You can store
And
back
store it
here,
right there.
or you
Yeah.
can store that back there with the black wood.
Ooh, very nice.
Lots of options. Their attention to detail is amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
So that's the Marbella chair.
Love it. And this is a cloth, right? This is a
Yeah, this is kind
cloth
of
finish on here.
yes, kind of almost a velour kind of fabric, but a
Lord,
subtle
boy,
one.
it's
Yeah.
very soft. Beautiful chair.
So lastly, let's circle back to the automation that I told you
Right.
was possible with the chairs. So in addition to individual control by not only your app and so forth, if your integrator is using control for, you notice that the driver's up on the wall, or Lutron or Savant or Crestron, you can actually, for the first time now, kind of tie in all of the seating into that automation as well.
Okay.
So often it's the case where the lighting and maybe the start and stop of your movie with Kaleidoscape or so forth is done via automation. But chairs have always kind of been left out. And Movia thought, well, there's an opportunity here. This is a luxury customer. They like things done for them if they have the option to do so.
Of course.
So to have your friends over and have everybody over there, and you can automatically just start the movie for everyone and have the entire cinema done in an automated way. So my lights have just now all gone out and all of us are reclining together to enjoy the experience together. Notice that there's a screen coming down above your head as well as part of our experience. I may just take a nap here for a moment.
This is synchronization.
Yeah, it's a beautiful,
is really cool.
You still retain individual control of your specific seat at this point.
So you gain control. Once it's done, you can do whatever you want.
You absolutely can, and say, well, listen, this is maybe a little not exactly what I was thinking from my position in the movie, but it's a convenience feature.
Yeah.
Again, that no one else knows, offers that I am aware of. So again, once you're all done, right, it's also nice, rather than everybody having, you wouldn't want to have them turn on the lights, you wouldn't want to have them stop your movie for you. Why have to have them, reset your seating for you as well? So when we're done, you can just say, okay, movie's over.
Wow.
And everything retracts, right, like it should.
Makes cleanup super simple.
It does, and for dealers who opt to put this in their showroom, right, what a beautiful feature to be able to show off, and it keeps everything neat and tidy as well, because now you've reset everything to where it was when you want to start your movie or presentation for your clients.
And of course, this is all tied in with all the other smart home features that you have, like you were just showing with lights.
That's correct.
But also shades.
Correct. You always have independent access through the automation system provided by the dealer or your app at any given time. But otherwise, yes, it is tied in. It's not a separate touchpad or screen that has to go along with your screen that you already have in the room, right, with your automation system. This is just all tied together. They've worked with each one of these companies to provide drivers so that it's just seamless. And that is really the definition of luxury. It's convenience at a very high end, right?
But there's also an app specifically for these chairs.
That's correct.
So you can bypass the control systems.
Maybe you don't have automation in your theater. So if you just want to control your seating, just like maybe you control Kaleidoscape with their app for your movies, you can do the same thing with these chairs individually as well.
Which I would be surprised. If someone is purchasing these seats, they most likely probably have automation.
That's true.
Through and through, right?
Well, let's be surprised and imagine that your teenager may want to pull out their iPhone and adjust their seat the way they want their seat adjusted. So the answer is yes, again.
Yes. Okay. So where can folks learn more about Movia seating?
Well,
let's think about the U.S. side.
The U.S. side, SutherlandAVMarketing.com. You'll find my website where I list each of my brands, including Movia. There's a little bit of a kind of high-level description about who they are and what they offer, and a link through to their website as well for a deeper dive into the range of options at Moovia.com.
Okay. Folks, this is definitely something, even if you're just kind of doing like fantasy shopping, it's worth checking out. These chairs are definitely something special.
Thank you very much, Todd.
Awesome. Thanks for your time today.
My pleasure.
It's great seeing you here in Barcelona.
Likewise, travel safe.
Yeah, thanks. You too.
Bye.
And folks out there, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you at the Home Theater Forum at avnirvana.com.